Have you found yourself in a rut? Maybe you're so busy that maybe you don't realize it, but you're taking your spouse for granted. You're bickering with your kids. The household just has a lot of chaos and strife, and you're on this hamster wheel, and you're set on autopilot, and you just maybe oblivious, or maybe you don't know how to change it. Hi, my name is Dan Liberto. My wife Jackie and I, we help busy families transform their lifestyle through travel. Well, here's what I will tell you. If you're on autopilot, which many of us get on that autopilot, we get so sucked into our daily busyness and what we have to do, and we get on that treadmill and we don't even know it. We set that autopilot, we set that cruise control, and we don't even know it. And here's the deal. Many years ago when cruise control first came out, I heard this story about a guy in his good time van. Those were big back then in those days. Look it up, trust me. So he went and set cruise control, and he had like a little mini bar in the back of his van. So he set cruise control, and he went back there to make himself a drink, and the car ran off the road. The van ran off the road, right? Now, I don't know if there's truth to that story or not, but there certainly is a lesson. There certainly is a principle, and that is that when we put our lives on autopilot, what happens is there's a lot of neglect. There's a lot of things we no longer pay attention to, which could be critical, and in some cases, they could be even fatal for our mind and for our relationships and for our health, for that matter. So what do? Well, here's my recommendation to you. See, two of the human basic needs are uncertainty and growth. Here's the beauty thing. Again, we transform lives through travel. Travel provides both of those human needs, those basic human needs. Because what it's going to do, when you travel, when you go places, when you see different things, you basically are growing your mind. You're shocking it. You're shocking your mind. Just like those things that they put on the heart to get it back into rhythm. You're shocking your mind to wake up. Because here's the thing. When you go out on a vacation, or you go in different places or discover new things, what happens is you are going through a mental process. You're now exercising your mind. Your mind is now on a treadmill because it's seeing new things that it has to process. It's understanding new things. Like a perfect example of that was when we were in Poland. We went to Poland and we walked through Auschwitz. I mean, that was it was so surreal being able to walk through that, me and my family. Chichen Itza in the Yucatan Peninsula. My daughter, she not really a history interest or anything like that, but that was an opportunity she went through, and she was leading me through it. She was so excited about going to it. Standing in the Swiss Alps and just looking over the panorama, looking over the mountain range, looking over the valleys and the hills and the trees, and it was just, you're just processing this stuff because you see it on TV and it becomes mundane, but then when you get in front of it, it's a whole different thing that you just have to process. So that mental process, you're exercising your mind, you're putting it on the treadmill. The other thing that happens is you have to problem solve, okay? So now you're in a different area. You don't know airline schedules. You don't know where to go with your luggage at the airport. You got bus schedules. You got rental cars. You got roads you have to navigate. Our daughter, one of the things we did when we traveled to New York, she has become our resident subway expert. She knows how to read the maps, the charts, and so she tells us which subway to get on so we can get where we want to get. And so everybody kind of divvies up something to do, and they got a responsibility, and it's problem solving together as a family. How do we get from point A to point B? And we're doing it together, which is a third thing, because now instead of bickering and having chaos, we're now relying on each other. We're relying on each other to make our vacation fruitful and bountiful and beautiful and wonderful. And so when you take your mind through that type of exercise, and you take your relationships through that kind of exercise, you are now waking it up. You're putting that shock to it, like I said earlier, to the heart, and you're getting a rhythm back for your family, a rhythm of growth and uncertainty. Those are the basic human needs. Uncertainty, and when you travel different places, you don't know what you're going to find. You don't know what to expect, right? Other than fun, and that's something you make sure that you manufacture yourself. And that's where the growth comes into. It's growth because now you're learning. My daughter didn't always know about the subway and how to navigate them, but now she does, right? So there's growth in that. And these human basic needs absolutely put the minds on steroids, gets it active again. So when you go back to your family, when you come back home, when you come back to work, when you come back to your friends, you're sharper. And when you're sharper, you are adding more value to them. So no longer are you on the treadmill. You're now aware. You're now paying attention to life. You're smelling the roses. I hope that was beneficial to you. We, like I said, Jackie and I, we help busy families, and there's all kinds of busy families out there, transform their lives. Take a moment, smell the roses, and transform their lifestyle through travel. Again, Dan Liberto, you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, one other thing I want to mention to you. We're starting a group this week. If you're a baby boomer, I want you to personal message me right now so I can get you the link to our group, because we're going to talk about the advantages, the benefits. We know that a lot of baby boomers already want to travel. We're going to add to that how it makes sense in your retirement, how it's almost imperative in your retirement. So shoot me a personal message and we'll get that link to you and get you into the group so you can spend a week with us and we can talk to you about different perspectives. Until we talk then, you guys have a great day. Dan Liberto. Bye now.